Hey everyone, it's Bonnie from Healthy Meals. I have a quick question. So what happens if you have a day and let's say you are craving some bad for you food? Italian, carbolicious, as carby as you can possibly make it. What do? Well, here's my trick. We're going to make a pasta dish that includes whole grain pasta, turkey sausage, and sun-dried tomato pesto. You can also use the basil pesto. That works really well with this. And we're going to throw some broccoli into this. See our nice, beautiful frozen broccoli. And a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And yes, I know it's grated. It is not the sliced cheese, but for purposes of this recipe and what you would typically find at home, that's why I'm using these supplies. So here's what we have going. We are going to make our pasta in this. We're waiting for this to heat up. And then we are going to brown our sausage in this. And then we're going to mix it all together. So it's pretty self-explanatory, pretty simple. There's really nothing major in terms of how you want to cook any of this stuff. There is a lot of sausage here, so what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to cook half of this and save the other half for breakfast or something else. There's just no need to put that much sausage in one pasta dish, turkey or otherwise. We're going to have a lot left over, and honestly, we really don't need all that much. So I have made this too, by the way, where what I used to do in California is I would get the big spicy sausages, and I would take them out of its casing. Kind of gross, but that's what I would do. And let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. Here's, let's make them even 8. Why not? Yep, that's perfect. So I would take it out of its casing and grind it up into the pan and make it that way. But as long as it's ground up this way, I can chop it into bite-sized pieces. So once this is brown, pasta is done, I will come back to you and we'll mix all of this stuff together. I'll show you what it looks like. I just wanted to share with you guys where we are with our sausage. So we're sitting here, it's been about 5 minutes, and we've got some beautiful sausage. All I've been doing is kind of rolling it around, letting it cook, and here's what we get. So I'm going to chop this into bite-sized pieces. Our pasta's boiling, nice and steady, looking good. So I'll cut this up, finish up the pasta, and I'll see y'all in a minute. Okay guys, so pasta is done. It is still steaming hot, which is good. We want it to drain right away, and then what I've done is I put some of the broccoli in here. It's frozen broccoli, so the hot pasta going over this broccoli is going to help cook it. At least, you know, defrost it to the point that we can eat it. It also helps, the cold of the broccoli helps the pasta cool down a little bit so it's temperate to your tongue. At the same time, the hot pasta cooks the broccoli. You like how that all works? Usually I use about half a bag with this. If I have company coming over, I'll use a full bag, because what I'll do is I'll add different things as I'm eating this for leftovers. Normally with leftovers, I'll eat it cold because I'm not putting Alfredo sauce on this. This is how I actually started it. When I was in California, I started, we had like 6, 7 people coming over, and none of us had any money, so went to the grocery store. Alfredo sauce was on sale, pasta was on sale, big huge bag of broccoli was like 99 cents or something ridiculous like that. And then turkey sausage, so that's kind of how it all came about. And the spiciness of the sausage, coupled with the broccoli and just that Italian seasoning in the sauce, it's delicious. And the one thing that I've learned over these years, I think the first time we did this was like 8 years ago, something ridiculous like that. We were, the 3 of us, myself and my roommates, we're all living in Mission Viejo in our house, and you know, we shared a lot, so it kind of worked. And that was years ago. So now over the years I have slowly come to the realization that I kind of prefer this dish with a pesto sauce. So that's what I'm making it with today, is the pesto sauce. And I alternate. Sometimes I use the tomato pesto, sometimes I use the basil pesto. Pesto, this sun-dried tomato pesto is literally just sun-dried tomatoes, olive oil, some oregano, Italian seasonings, and that's it. No more. A little bit of Parmesan cheese, but really not a lot. So pesto in and of itself is really just seasoning and a little bit of oil and some vinegar. Looks kind of gross coming out of the can, huh? That's all tomatoes though. And it's absolutely delicious. And the thing about pesto is this tiny little can will cover this entire dish. And it's not like your Alfredo sauce or your marinara where, you know, you get it and you have to coat the whole thing and it's drenched all over and you don't feel like you have a sauce unless you're drenching it. Well, with pesto, there's so much flavor in such a little bit. All you want is just to coat. That's it. That's all you want. Just coat it. Now, to get all fancy, before I serve this, I actually do sprinkle the Parmesan on top just because it looks pretty. Especially with this red bowl and all, you know, the red sauce that's in it, the red pesto, sun-dried tomato. The sun-dried tomato will give you a different flavor than the basil. So try both of them. See which one you like. Try them both out. Switch them in and out. You know, every month do something a little bit different. So here we have our lovely dinner. So let's grab some of this Parmesan cheese. And I always use grated. I don't really like this dish with the actual Parmesan Reggiano melted onto it. It just, I don't know, something about it just doesn't taste quite right. So, here we go. You ready? Sprinkle this puppy. And that's it. Looking at maybe 2-3 tablespoons of Parmesan. Delicious. We got our sausage in there, we got our broccoli, we got our whole wheat pasta. Even heated up, this is delicious. There's no need for garlic bread. I've never had to, well, that's not true. Whenever I have made garlic bread with this, I never get to the garlic bread. I always just eat the pasta and I end up with the garlic bread on my plate, which for me is very weird. I love bread. So anyway, I look forward to hearing from you, see what you think about this recipe. I will see you all tomorrow.